This matchup here, I think this is a walk in the park and clear favorite, but it may get interesting with younger Saints fans and you guys. Thomas, give us the next matchup.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, this is Flipper Anderson versus Jared Allen.
Oh, Flipper Anderson. Final
Wait,
answer.
hang on. Can I just quickly interject here? Going back to the first match, y'all were asking about interceptions. I've tracked down and confirmed Rondé Barber. He had 9 interceptions against the Saints. At least 6 of them came against Aaron Brooks.
Right.
Good God.
So there we go. Sorry. So now
he got Breeze a couple times at least.
Yeah. This matchup, you got 12, Flipper Anderson, Jared Allen, 21. Flipper Anderson is one of the most traumatic moments of my childhood.
You know, as fans, like, a lot of you are too young to remember this.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But if you watch that game in 1989, where Flipper Anderson caught ball after ball, like, think of what Michael Thomas's best game was as a Saint, and like add like about 100 yards to that. And that's what it felt like Flipper Anderson did to us that day.
And
I mean, he broke an NFL record.
And this game, the Saints were winning this game 17-3 in spite of him torching the Saints, and they gagged it up at the end. And basically, you can look at Flipper Anderson. He changed the entire course of Saints history because the Saints lost this game, went in a death spiral, benched Bobby Hebert. Fourcade came in, played good for 3 weeks. They traded. They wouldn't sign Bobby Hebert. He held out. They signed Steve Walsh, gave up a 1, a 2, and a 3, and probably because of that trade, didn't have draft picks. Couldn't
those
add to their
stats.
team.
Bro, he literally did have 336 yards.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When I said Michael Thomas's best game, when I said add 100 yards, I meant add 150.
He had 15 catches and 336 yards.
15 catches, 336 yards. Which
Wait, is that still the record?
I believe that still stands today as.
There's no way somebody has more than 336.
And dude, that was a dude. Mix in a double team for Christ's sakes.
My God!
When people call Toy Cook Toast, Toy Cook had the nickname Toast.
Yeah, no, I heard you guys.
Toast Cook. Yeah, like it was born that day. That was the game that made Toy Cook Toast.
I had no idea.
They cooked him that day.
That's an entire team's worth of offense. 330.
Yes. Flipper Anderson is like that game.
What was their total offense for that?
I'm
team?
about to find that out. Hang on.
I don't know that there is a player that has ever killed the Saints in one game more than Flipper Anderson did that day.
This has been educational.
So that game in particular, the Rams won 20-17. In overtime.
How did they not score 1,000,000 points?
I have no idea. They had 470.
The Saints took that game. The Saints played a team that had a receiver with 336 yards and 15 catches, and they took that game to overtime.
Dave, they were
honestly,
winning.
Y'all are burying the lead. Honestly, the Saints were the best team on the field. They 100%. Whatever Flipper Anderson snorted off of his LSWA best podcast plaque, whatever he was snorting was only
Kevin. I think Everett got sacked like 6 times that game, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He got sacked 6 times. He was 29 of 51.
Surprising.
29 of 51 for 454 yards passing, 1 TD, 2 picks.
I have to watch this game. This is the
76.8
game I've ever heard of.
76.8 quarterback rating. Actually, there was one quarterback that day who had a 158.3 rating, and it was not Jim Everett, and it was not Bobby Hebert.
Dalton Hilliard.
It was Dalton Hilliard who went 1 for 1 for 35 yards.
I nailed that.
Dude, the
That should have
Saints
been
were
the
winning
trivia
the
question.
Dave. The Saints
By
were
the
winning
way,
the game
by the way,
17 to 3. Gagged it up.
You just spoiled Bud
shit.
Rich's trivia question for this episode.
Dude,
by the way.
dude, Dave.
That was going
Dave,
to be the trivia question.
Dave,
who had a
Dave,
perfect
Dalton
passer
Hilliard's
rating?
my guy.
Dave.
Of course I knew that. I remember
Dave,
this
seriously,
game.
like whatever your the desolation of Smauging, whatever you're doing off camera, prepare to do that some more. The Saints were winning this game 17 to 3.
This is the
headed
craziest
into the fourth quarter.
That's right.
No
Yes.
way.
Yep.
How many yards did Flipper Anderson have in the fourth quarter?
A shit
Jesus
ton.
Christ. Let me see if I can
shit ton.
find that. Hang on.
This is like the how have they not
It
done a
felt
30
like
for
he had
30 on this
200
game?
yards.
That's
Dave.
why
this game
game
deserves a
hurts so
30 for
much.
30.
That's why this game hurt so much.
Because
This game-
we had it. Like we
There
had
should
it.
be a fucking 30 for 30 ESPN
game,
on
like,
this
it's
game.
just-
No, man, I can't find that.
You guys always talk about you got to go to the game
Boy
book.
Cook,
Surely
man.
they have
What
a
was
game
going
book.
on, Ralph?
on the
with
game
Boy
book.
Cook that day.
And it was on
What's
15
that?
catches, Dave, by the way.
What-
I mean-
did they give
I know, isn't that
Toy
what I
Cook
said?
some bad oysters before?
I don't know.
Game?
I don't know. He got burned. They put Robert. That's
Robert
Robert
Massey.
Massey on him.
Yeah.
Like
What the hell?
he got set on fire. And
Robert Massey is the one who got the 2 interceptions, so I don't know if I would be slandering Robert Massey.
How do you have a receiver with 15 catches and 320 something yards and you're losing going into the fourth
I have
quarter?
another note
This
about
is
that.
effing crazy. This is unheard of.
because
I have another
Dave,
note about that.
because Dave, what happened was the rate.
We
This is what would happen.
Stop watching
The
these
Rams
highlights.
would
I
move the
can't
ball.
take it.
The Rams would move the ball from the 20
He
to the
averaged
20,
22 yards a catch.
and
Yeah,
then
but
they would
It was
sack
Jared
Jim
Allen, guys,
Everett.
maybe. I don't know.
They would sack Jim Everett, and the Rams would get a penalty, and they would get put out of field goal range, and they would punt. But I want to stay Flipper Anderson in the fourth quarter and overtime. Like 175 yards of that was in the fourth quarter and overtime.
All right.
Like,
To bring it back to our contest, because Flipper
hold on,
Anderson.
real quick. Jason Champagne is correct. The quarterback that day for the Rams was former Saint Jim Everett, and
That's right.
he
Yes.
was
Yeah, I said that.
So does Jared Allen.
Okay,
He-
so wait,
Jared
going
Allen
back-
just
yes.
had one tweet.
First
Yeah,
of all,
he said some
Jared Allen.
derogatory things
I don't
about
even
New
remember
Orleans
Jared
and Detroit.
Allen playing for the Panthers. He played for the Panthers. I only remember
Yeah.
him in the Vikings.
He
I don't
did,
even
he did,
remember him in the
yeah.
Panthers.
He
This
did.
is
played for him.
this is
He was
this
on a
is-
podcast, which was clearly not the best podcast. That's for sure.
Not
It was
award-
not an
certainly
award-winning
not
podcast.
voted by the LSWA
No.
as the best podcast.
But he was on a podcast, and
2022.
or it was a tweet, I don't know. But he just said that the city of New Orleans, like they asked him what was his least favorite place to play, and he said New
Oh,
Orleans. The city
yeah.
stinks. It's you come into the airport and it's terrible. I can't read this, Thomas. Like can you read
Yeah,
the?
I
fine
don't do
print?
anything.
There's
It's
two-
Detroit, New Orleans. New Orleans looks like I'm driving through a third world country every time I get off the plane. I'm like, okay, flak jacket. I'm trying to get down. I'm like, oh crap, I can't carry my gun here. This sucks.
Well, to be fair, I mean, at this time,
I mean, the New Orleans airport before
That's
the
valid.
new one, the
That's
the
a-
old airport. It was, but fuck Jared Allen.
I miss the old airport.
Yeah.
I like the old airport. It had charm. Actually, when I went to
The
Oklahoma
new
City,
airport.
actually their airport had serious old MSY vibes.
I
I
Well,
liked it. I liked
Anyway,
it.
I hate
Anyway.
Jared Allen. He can go to hell.
I mean,
But Flipper Anderson is yeah. I mean, it's
Right.
not even.
Flipper
close.
Anderson, I mean,
Kevin
So-
wants to talk.
Okay, so one thing I have confirmed: Flipper Anderson caught 40 of those yards in overtime.
okay.
Also, I have confirmed there have been six times in the history of the NFL that a receiver has caught 300 or more yards. 2 of them have happened this century. Julio Jones did it against the Carolina Panthers in 2016. Calvin Johnson did it against the Dallas Cowboys in 2013.
I remember that.
Stephon Page did it against the San Diego Chargers in 1985.
City Chief.
And then these 2 guys, Jim Benton of the Rams did it against the Lions in 1945. And then this guy with the best name ever, Cloyce Box, did it against the Baltimore Colts in 1950.
That sounds
So
like
wait,
somebody
who?
on
But
a-
who holds?
I
who
closed
holds
your
the
mom's
record?
box.
Cloyce Box.
I closed your mom's box last night.
Who's the highest, Kevin? Most yards.
Flipper Anderson.
Flipper, he still holds the record.
He still holds the record. He beat Calvin Johnson, came the closest. He had 329.
Wow.
Dude.
I would
in the 80s, man. It's a passing league now, and that record still stands.
Right. Yeah.
It still stands.
Holy
30
shit.
year.
Holy
what is
shit.
it?
Holy shit.
23 years. Is that no 30, 99?
Flipper Anderson moving
30
on.
years.
33 years.
Yes.
Did the fans vote for Flipper?
They better.
Yeah, 89%.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, you put me down for Flipper too.
Clean
Last
sweep.
one.
Flipper. That game is so much more traumatic to me personally than Beastquake. It's not even
That was educational.
Sunday night
that was
game on
educational
ESPN.
and entertaining.
God,
It was
just
horrible.
the worst. And like the Saints needed that game because they were like it was all just. It was
I remember
awful.
I was a young kid, and I remember just being like, just put 5 dudes on Flipper Anderson.
Yeah.
Like just like can we just like let anyone else on this team beat us?
Yeah.
Just leave the other receiver wide open. I don't care.
Now Sean Payton would have murdered somebody if that was happening. Like literally, like Sean Payton would have murdered someone.
You know who he would have murdered? He would have murdered Flipper Anderson.
Thanks for watching the Saints Happy Hour. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, then find us wherever you get your podcast, and finally go to saintshappyhour.com and become a patron of the best Saints podcast on earth.